Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got a lot to look into today, as the Galactic War map has some bait on it that Helldivers don't seem to be taking, thankfully, and we need to take a look into it. A statement's also been made by Alexis, and it's not really the statement itself, but more the acknowledgement, so we're going to take a look into that. And the Killzone Warbond is due to release in just a few days' time, and you guys have been having discussions on Reddit about whether it's a bit of a scam or not, based on the super credit pricing. And we've also got to take a look into the leak community, as my lord, Sony have come down on those with the biggest ban hammer I think I've seen in Helldivers yet. So we're going to take a look into all of that today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. We are doing a giveaway here for super credits. It's very simple to get involved. Hit some eyes in the comment section. It'll enter you in. We'll announce the winner to that one on the Discord. The link's in the description. We'll announce it in a few days' time, so stay tuned to the giveaway sector on the Discord. And we don't have a sponsor for today's video, but what we do have is the Helldivers Children Hospital, where a fellow YouTuber, Babingus, has organized a new rally towards being able to help save the kids. A lot of you guys may remember that Arrowhead actually had a Save the Kids mission, which led into a donation pool that went into that, and it seems to now be an annual thing, where yes, Helldivers up and down the globe are now helping save kids via the Helldivers Children's Hospital campaign. I will leave all of the links down in the description for that one. If you guys can help the kids in any way, shape, or form this Christmas, it would be greatly appreciated. And to know that Babingus has managed to help raise over $6.7 thousand is absolutely incredible. So you have all of the support here from us. Again, links in the description for that one. With that all said and done, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of Helldivers 2. So starting off, let's take a look at the Galactic War table. As right here, we can see that there is a bit of bait inside of the gloom, as we know full well that Omicron has now been made available, involving the Hive World, Dragon Roaches, and Hive Lords, which was all of the new content from Into the Unjust. Now, I don't know if people are just dedicated to the Major Order, or if people just didn't enjoy this, but there is only 1,000 Helldivers over on Omicron. It's not really one of those planets that you are enjoying at the moment, mainly because of the way that it plays out, but let me know in the comment section why it is that you've not been over there yet, and is it just something that you've not been enjoying? Because it appears that other players are all over the place, with Errata Prime having 5 to 6 times the amount of players on there. Is definitely an interesting stroke for sure, but majority of players are focusing that Major Order with around 10,000 Helldivers right now over on Mox to get that one solidified before the 3-day gate is finally over and the Major Order comes to an end. It appears the people of Super Earth are doing their best, and hopefully we'll start to see some more stuff come to the table to make sure that we can secure it the only way that we know how. Moving forward from that though, we have got a large conversation to be had with regards to the conflagration devastators in the Incineration core. We all know that they are an absolute nightmare. They have got a one-shot, super heavy shot that can take you out from meters upon meters away, and it's a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes it will do a little bit of damage, sometimes it will set you on fire, sometimes it will just take you out completely in one shot regardless of the distance. Now, somebody actually went onto Discord and has been messaging at Alexis with regards to this, because they've never really clarified exactly what's going on with it and whether it's ever going to be fixed. It's always been one of those really annoying things that they've just never actually issued. And Alexis states right here, no nerfs, sorry. Now, this isn't actually a basis of taking a figuring of the nerf itself. It's not that they're not going to nerf it, but what this is a message stating that they have essentially acknowledged the problem with the conflagration devastators. We know full well that they are a problem, and we now know that it's on the radar for Arrowhead Game Studios. It must have been on their radar beforehand, man. There's like no way that they could ever avoid knowing that, but they've never really acknowledged it to a degree. And while I've got you here, it does seem that Baskinator is giving up the eyes with regards to the Christmas vacation, as she seems to now be away on vacay, which means the rest of the team will soon at least be following up if they haven't already. So we'll see what happens this week in terms of any updates, and then we're going to be left on a stagnant loop call until early next year when the holidays actually finish. Moving on from that though, we've got to take a look at the Killzone Warbond, as this is going to be releasing later on this week on Thursday, and players are damn well excited about it, and rightfully so. It's not a bad Warbond at all, and the armor set is pretty much a staple to most Helldivers, although some Helldivers who have already pumped their cash into it as of last year are now making a few complaints. It's a bit of a 50-50 split. This post right here on Reddit states, all Killzone Superstore items cost 1,975 super credits. New Legendary Warbond only cost 1,500 super credits. We overpaid 475 super credits. No refunds. Now, I look at this in a really, really simple viewpoint. You've had access to it for over a year. It's a bit like when a game drops in pre-release. It's a free-to-play game when it fully releases, but you pay 20 quid to gain early access. Essentially, it's kind of been that way inside of the game for the Killzone Warbond. Now, obviously, some people don't agree, and I'd love to know your opinions via the comment section below. Are you annoyed about the price gating and how it's actually affected, or are you just glad that you've had access to this for the last year? Let me know in the comments. Moving on from that, though, the leaks community seem to be getting hit hard right now. Whether it is Discord, Twitter, or YouTube, it seems that Sony or Arrowhead have been hammering down big time. As the Helldivers 2 leak Discord that has been around for a bloody long time now, we used to dive into there quite a lot frequently last year, and we got a lot of our leak details from inside of there. We now no longer have it, as it has actually been hammered down. If you can find the links over on Google, over on Reddit, and anywhere, it states right here that it may have been expired or you don't have permission to join, which is definitely not the case because I've already been inside of that Discord. But yeah, it is now gone. There has not been much in terms of information as to what happened, so I am going to try and figure out exactly who it is that owned the Discord and try and reach out to the right people and see if we can get some official statements made from that one. But it's not only the Discord that's being hammered. The likes of Thornton are also being taken down for DMCA with regards to copyrights. That's right, the first look of Helldivers 2 upcoming Warbond stratagem modifiers. His video got taken down for that. Now, obviously, we have two different states of mind. We have one state of mind where people say, if you don't want people to see it, don't put it in the game files. And then the other load of people will turn around and say the quite obvious move, which is if you're going to upload things that haven't released yet, then expect it to be taken down by the development studios. I want to know which side of the fence you guys lean on. Hopefully everyone in the partake is okay and nobody's channel's been hammered too damn hard. But it's also happening over on Twitter as well, as we were already reported last week that Iron Sights was posting up a load of leaks inside of Twitter, and it's now obviously all been taken down as well, as it's been removed from the copyright holder, aka Sony or Arrowhead. We don't know exactly who it is doing what, but we can kind of guess that Sony does not want their actual assets out there for people to see before actually released. And Iron Sights has brought an ongoing problem to the table and actually stated that Arrowhead recently adjusted the back-end hashing done when Helldivers 2 makes outbound request. This hashing is to ensure the integrity of the request being made, which essentially in turn prevents forgery. Now, there is a lot that details into this, and I don't know the ins and outs, as I am nowhere near as talented and skilled as what Iron Sights is with regards to this stuff, but he goes on to state right here that the new hashing added some additional headers for security. However, it is very sensitive. Any slight misconfiguration in an account and the server won't properly pass the hash, resulting in the user being completely unable to log in. A friend contacted me being unable to log into his account. He was getting this error. The server was unable to pass the header of the hash properly, locking him out of his account. Now, this will appear as a 403.422. Now, all of that sort of stuff is a load of gobbledygook for me, but it essentially means that there are some problems going on. And if this makes any sense to you, then obviously now you know the reason why. But it's a bit of a shame that these things are being tinkered with just before Christmas. The holiday breaks are not what you want to experience. Now, we've got to take a look at your top comments from the previous video, as we've got a lot to go over, as Omicron managed to go under attack just a couple of days ago, and it was Remembrance Day for Calypso. How the hell could we forget that absolutely incredibly crazy day? You guys had a lot to say about all of it inside of it, and this is the first one right here coming from Gamer UV4PU. Allowing us back on Omicron is a smart way of Arrowhead to make us fail the order. Now, evidently not smart enough, as nobody's actually diving on there. We did have the same thing actually happen on Osheune, so I don't know if it's actually the content that's inside of those hive worlds that people don't like, or what. It's really, really weird to me, but yeah, it appears that nobody is over on Omicron as of right now. Next up, it states, we need the tank. Now, there are so many conversations going around about this tank. The main reason for it is we are collecting platinum, 500 kg bars at a time. over on the automatons, and people think that that platinum is going to be utilized for a tank build in a future major order. I bloody hope you're right, although part of me really thinks that there is absolutely no significance to these platinum bars. It would be a shame, but I just feel like Arrowhead are doing his day. And finally, this one stays right here. I just noticed yesterday on mocks that there are CF corpses. Didn't High Command tell us that those planets were only recently discovered? Now, there's been loads of conversations in the comment section of that comment itself, saying that they recently captured sectors that the bots took, so there were CF presence before they actually got there. They essentially got pushed back, and that was part of the actual strategic lore inside of those planets. So there are no longer CF units over there, but they did essentially push it right at the beginning. Although, as somebody else stated, that everyone comes up with their own headcanon explanations for this, but it essentially is just a redo on assets, and they utilize these things around the map. So you may well find Illuminates over on the automaton planet sometimes just dead on the floor. It's because the asset crossovers are quite tight. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much for being so amazing. We've got a live stream going up in about an hour and a half where we'll be covering Helldivers and Arc Raiders throughout the day. Thanks again for watching, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.